What up, everybody? Welcome to Cracker Hunters. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
And we're continuing our Tournament of Terror this week. Today we got two really good...
Awesome.
Yes, this is going to be a good debate we're going to be having right here.
Well, let me do this one.
Okay. Yep.
Today, what we got the Terminator versus the Predalien. And when we're talking about the Terminator, we're talking about the OG Terminator. We're talking about the T-800. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Yes.
The big dude.
Big
the
dog.
OG.
OG.
Now, the Predalien... Well, we'll get to that in a minute. All right. Of course, anybody who's watched our previous videos on these, know we don't do any rules. Whatever they can bring to the table, that's what they do. We only had one time where we did a rule, and that was with Nemesis, because the minigun would have been unfair.
Right.
But other than that...
Minigun and rocket launcher.
Yeah, minigun and rocket launcher. But other than that, everything else they bring to the table, that's what they're using. So,
So, with this one, you sure we shouldn't bring any rules in?
nah, Terminator... Predalien is a very...
Are we going to say Terminator, the T-800, is not going to be able to use any guns?
Nah, he's going to have to. Like, remember...
Are we talking about are we going to say that the Terminator is able to use the weapons that they had back when Terminator came out?
We'll say that they were able to use the weapons from like he used in the movie. Not the laser cannons, but the gun.
Which movie?
The first one.
Oh,
yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah. So we're gonna go by that. We're gonna say you just use regular weapons that are found here on Earth.
Yeah, like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Little.
Which he's good at using.
An AK-74 or a M16 with a foldable handle or stock.
Yep.
Foldable stock.
So he's got access to all of that stuff. He's gonna need it today, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. He's gonna need it.
No.
Yeah, I disagree.
Nah.
Because we'll get to that part in a minute. We'll get to it. All right, so everybody, we're just gonna jump into this. Who do you want to talk about first today?
Let's talk about the underdog, the Predalien.
Okay, see, I disagree, but
bullshit.
We'll see. All right, so everybody, we're gonna talk about the Predalien first. And for those who may not know, the Predalien is from Alien vs. Predator Requiem. The worst one, but had two good figures in it. The Wolf Predator and the Predator.
I didn't like the Predalien.
I did. I think.
Honestly, I didn't like it.
Fair enough. I understand. I liked it because they at least stuck with the lore. Because whatever the the alien or xenomorph, whatever they implant the egg, that's the traits it comes out with.
The embodiment.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
So it made sense, and I liked it. All right. So we're talking about the Predalien. Now, we've seen this in Alien vs. Predator Requiem, and we see just how good of a killer this thing is. Like, this thing went up against the Wolf Predator and was able basically to have a stalemate. And you may have been right. Like, he may have won. I still think it was kind of a stalemate a little bit, and we never know because of the nuclear bomb.
I wouldn't say it was a win. I just say that they both died at the same time.
You're right. It was, like I said, it was a draw. And the Predalien, man, he still has the characteristics of both the Yautjas and the Xenomorphs. So he has the ability to like climb on walls and stuff like that.
That was from the Xenos, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, I don't know if he has the heat vision or not. That's the only thing I'm not sure he has.
No.
What you won't?
No, it wouldn't be the heat vision because you never seen his eyes.
That's true, but we never see the eyes to begin with.
Well, I would say he's got the vision of the Xenos, which is pretty much a hawk vision, which we saw in Alien Covenant.
Right. So the Predalien too, he has the acid for blood. So even in killing him or damaging him, you still take the risk of being injured yourself because of that blood. And I think too that tail is a very dangerous weapon. Like all the Xenos know how to use that tail very well. Even the Queen.
No, I agree.
Yeah, that thing is dangerous. It's basically a blade being whipped around on a tail.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. I fully agree with that. The only thing is that I'm sitting here, I'm thinking in my head like against the T-800. Maybe not.
I don't know, but yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see.
Well, that goes in our debate.
The debate. Yeah, that's right. And for the Predalien too, I think with him being able to climb on walls, that's a good thing for him. Because he can climb on walls, he can use that what's it called? I forgot the word I'm trying to think of. Where he can just move it around however he wants it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You all know what I mean. And I think that too, and he still got claws, he still got teeth, he got that second mouth, and he has a lot of weapons to use. He may not use physical weapons, but he has the weapons that nature has given him, and sometimes those are the best ones.
Against organics.
Yeah, again, against organics. I agree.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The Xenos and the Predalien's definitely a top dog, probably an apex predator.
Oh yeah, because he's got both the traits of the Yautjas and the Xenos.
Yeah,
and that's a dangerous combination, as we saw in the movie.
Oh yeah,
because like I said,
he was killing everybody.
Yeah, and
not only that, but he's also got that mentality of reproducing.
Exactly, and he has a different way.
Definitely a way different way than the regular
Xenos. Yeah. Like, and it's actually a more efficient way too.
Oh,
it's a scarier way
definitely
too.
Definitely fucked up.
All those pregnant women.
Oh my god, man!
I was like,
that is awful.
That's pretty dark.
Oh yeah,
really dark.
Like anything to do with pregnant women, that is dark.
Yeah, and I think the Predalien is a perfect predator because of the fact that it was able to hold its own against the wolf predator. Like that's a huge feat for anything in this tournament, being able to hold its own against the wolf predator.
The wolf predator was just excited for the challenge.
Well, I agree
because the regular Xenos weren't.
They weren't.
No.
And I think too, man, like the Predalien, I think like it's fast too. Like it's is not slow.
He's like all the other Xenos, dude.
Exactly, and that's the dangerous thing about him. It has the traits of the Xenos and the mentality of the predators because it takes on both traits. Whenever they implant an egg in you and that chest burst out, it takes on both of the traits of the Xenos and whatever host that it has.
Right.
And being with the predator being the host, that gives it a whole bunch of new features to really go against because it's bigger, it's stronger, but it's still just as fast as a regular Xeno.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's so dangerous because it's bigger and stronger. It's almost like it's a Praetorian, but I think it's actually better than a Praetorian.
I think it's a little less than a Praetorian.
It is a little less. No, I agree because that's what guards the queen.
Praetorian Xeno.
Yeah, Praetorian Xenos because those are the ones that actually guard the queen.
Which we can see in the Alien versus versus Human video game.
Okay, I'm about to say because we never seen them actually in the movie. They're mainly in the comics and video games.
It's always in comics or video games. Mainly the video game.
And the Praetorians are like one of the most dangerous. That is the top dog. Besides the queen, that's the top dog. And I think the Predalien is right. Like it may not be as it's close. Like it's a fraction as far as strength. And actually, you know what? I disagree. I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit. I actually think the Predalien is actually better than the Praetorians. It's faster, and it may not be. It may be equal in strength.
I think that it's more primal though, which is a disadvantage.
And that's true, yeah, because the Praetorians their sole purpose is to guard the queen.
Yeah.
And if the queen dies, they become a queen themselves.
That's right.
So I said the Predalien, man, it's a dangerous foe. Like I don't care who it's against. It's dangerous.
It's not on the level of the Praetorian.
No, it's right underneath for me.
Well, it's that's the thing. The Predalien it's savage. It's instinct. It's all based on instincts.
I don't know, man, because we see it, but when we see it,
no, it'll push whatever it has, like whatever allies it's got. He's gonna push them.
Because it's more of a loner than anything. It's not a hive mentality. It's a lone one.
Right.
But see, that's the dangerous thing. It's because it can individually think and not be connected to a hive. That's what makes it so dangerous.
That's what he got from the
predator. Yeah, exactly, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Is because it can. It can. I think it can strategize because
problem solve.
Yeah, exactly. Even the regular Xenos can do that because both.
This one's on a different level.
I agree because
almost
it has
like Raptors.
Yes, because it has the extra advantage of having the Yautjas embedded in its DNA.
Right.
But that's what's scary is because even the regular Xenos, they are smart as shit. They're smart.
They're smart for. They're smart for serpents.
They're smart in general because remember they were smart in the Aliens movie. They were smart enough to cut the lights out and then hunt that way and even go in through the ducts and everything. They're smart as shit. They may not be on like problem-solving thinking like humans are, but they still are intelligent creatures that can formulate a plan and take it out. And
I'll give you that.
yeah, and to me, that's why the Predalien is one of the most dangerous creatures in this tournament because of that.
Right.
All right. So you have any more points to add to the Predalien? I think we.
I think the size.
Because it's big. It's fucking huge.
He's bigger than the.
He's bigger than
bigger than the Yaojus.
No, I don't think he's bigger. I think he's as big.
He's bigger.
Is he bigger?
Oh yeah, he's a lot bigger.
Okay,
well,
so
at least by about 6 or 7
inches.
6 to 7 to 8 inches.
Okay.
Taller than the.
Yeah, you're right because we see.
Remember, he picks him up with his tail.
Yeah, that's true, and that shows how strong that tail is.
That tail is a very, very powerful weapon.
Yes, it is.
And then the mandibles, I guess, doesn't really.
No, they don't really. I don't think honestly, the second mouth may come into factor too. But again, I don't think that's more of a finishing blow than an actual weapon.
But that's all.
Yeah. So that's all we got for Predalien.
Now
we go on to the Terminator, the T-800, and this is from the original Terminator. So yes. Now the Terminator is a cybernetic, this is from the Terminator series, Terminator 1.
Cybernetic organism.
And what we're basing ours off of, the first
movie.
Yeah, we're basing ours off of the very first movie.
Yeah,
the
quotes from the movie.
Yes.
Cybernetic organism.
And the thing about those, the Terminators.
He's not a cyborg. What he is, he's a cybernetic organism. Kind of like an android.
No, he's not an android. He's a cyborg.
He's a robot with living tissue.
Right.
On top of him.
And excuse me. And I think too, for me, the Terminator man, the thing about that is that no matter what, its objective, it can be dismembered, lose a half of a body, lose a leg, lose an arm, and it's still going to try to kill you.
His job is to kill you.
Yes. And his target today is the Predator, of course. So no matter what, at the end of the day, that's what makes the Terminator so dangerous too, because you can rip it.
It doesn't matter how many appendages you take.
Exactly.
Off of him. You could literally make him a quadriplegic, and
he would still try.
He's still
move along with his chin. Just
he's going to murder you with his mouth.
And that's the thing, like that for me, that's what makes the Terminator so deadly.
Dude, he's scary.
And he is, and because it has no fear. Which is kind of an equal thing on both of these. It has no fear. It has no hesitation. Whatever target it is, that's what it's going after.
Absolutely will not stop.
Until it kills you.
No, until you are dead.
Yeah, thank you. I messed the quote up. I'm sorry.
Michael Bine. It absolutely will not stop until you are dead.
And that's what makes the Terminator one of the high favorites. It's going up against a legitimate good threat today, but that's what makes the Terminator so dangerous in this tournament.
Right.
Because it will not stop until you are dead, no matter what. Because we see in the first movie where
he's got one arm.
Well, and not even just that. Sarah Connor and what's the other? Reese.
Kyle Reese.
Yeah, Kyle Reese. They stick that dynamite in him, under the pipe bomb in him, and blow him up. And he doesn't even have the lower half of his body.
With one arm.
Exactly.
To get to Sarah Connor.
Still trying to achieve the target.
Of course, she smashes him.
Right, and that's really the only way to defeat a Terminator. Is either you got to
destroy the chip.
You either got to completely dismember the body, like far as remove the head from the body. Because
even then you gotta destroy the chip.
It depends because
it's the chip, really.
No, I agree, but I mean, if you take the head off, it may not be able to function without, as far as the body itself.
Well, it's still got a jaw.
No, that's true. And like I said, the only way to completely destroy the Terminator is by destroying the chip in his head, and even then,
think about it as like a zombie, except with metal bones.
Yes, and I didn't even think about that. Shit, that's scary. I didn't even think about that. That is actually a very good point.
Zombie with metal bones.
Yeah, because a zombie is straightforward, target, they see it, they're going to kill it. That's what the Terminator is.
Yep.
And like I said, just with metal bones. And I think for me, that's another advantage the Terminator has. You can shoot it, you can stab it, you can blow it up, and it's still able to function. If you have not destroyed.
Do you remember what kind of metal it was?
I think
No, that's from Terminator 2. Metal polyalloy.
Okay, thank you.
That's from Terminator.
Yeah, that's the reason why we didn't add a T-1000 because it would win. Like there's really no reason.
Yeah,
like,
there's no beating that.
Yeah.
Unless you're Pinhead.
I think the only one that could have defeated it was Leprechaun. That's probably one of the only few
but
people.
that's only because Leprechaun could
which he is in our tournament, by the way. We're gonna get to him.
Yeah, there's a pile of lava. You're dead.
Right. Now, do you see any disadvantages for the Terminator?
With this one, no. There is no disadvantage.
I don't think so either. Like I don't think. I
honestly think the metal is like a titanium based.
It may be. Yeah. It's
and when it comes to the Predalien's blood,
it burned. No, it'll melt it because it got melted. Remember that it got melted by heat from the.
See, that's the thing though. I mean, the T-800s are so. I mean, they're back and forth with the metal that they use because I have a comic book where the T-800 can take a blast from a plasma cannon from a Predator.
But that's different though from acid.
No, it's still a T-800.
Well, I'm saying this, but I think
he also kills several of the aliens.
Right, but I think the plasma blast and the acid is different because the plasma blast is more of a energy weapon and not
still
acid.
Heat, though.
No, I agree. It's still heat, but acid and heat are two different things. Acid's purpose is strictly to dissolve.
All right, let's take this away. Let's take that away with the T-800.
Okay.
And let's go with the smarts of the T-800.
Now,
the actual
intelligence.
intel.
Now I'll say this.
Not intelligence, it's intel. What somebody's programmed.
Now that's a good point. Now because the Terminator will know the disadvantages and advantages because of its computer programming of the Predalien.
That's if we're doing the Tournament of Power. There is no prep time.
No. It's okay. Yeah. So
we'll go with the.
You're right.
We'll go with the movie version.
Okay.
Thank you, Will. By the way, for that. This is not the Tournament of Power. There is no prep time.
No, it's not. This is strictly.
We'll go ahead. We'll go and say that the T-800 has the intel that he had with.
I think he'll know about the Xenos. But he won't know
the same universe.
They are, but he will not know about the Predalien. But he'll know the physiology and everything of the Xenos.
Right.
But he won't know about the Predalien.
Because if we're looking at the comic books, then if we're looking at the comic books, then it's in the same area.
Right.
So Skynet.
Right.
Skynet will know about the Xenos.
And I'll allow that because even though we're going by the movies, it's still in the same universe and it's still canon. So what we're going to do?
That's it. Well,
yeah.
I'm not going to mention that. I'm not going to mention Covenant because
fuck
that makes everything uncanon. That makes everything not canon.
Yeah, screw that movie.
Yeah.
But I think though Skynet will have a knowledge of the Xenos, but not the Predalien.
Right.
Which again, the Predalien is still part Xeno, so it still has some knowledge of the physiology and everything like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Now,
you ready for the debate?
Ready for the debate? All right. Now, I always ask, who do you think has the advantage in this match?
The Terminator. If we're talking everything's canon,
right,
then the Terminator's got the
it's hard for me.
The T-800 has the advantage because of Skynet.
I'll say this.
With the computer, the knowledge is stored into that chip.
Now, I'll say this. I don't think there's a specific who has a main advantage. I think it's actually pretty even for the fact that the Predalien is much faster than the Terminator. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Honestly, don't think so.
Yes, he is. He's faster. Because remember, again, in my opinion, I don't think the T-800 would have survived against the Wolf Predator. In my opinion, I'm just using process of elimination kind of because the Predalien was faster than the Wolf Predator, which I think the Wolf Predator or Yaojas in general are as equal speed and strength. No, that's strength.
No, you're right. You're right about the speed. With,
I think
the Yaojas against the Xenos.
Yeah, I think
you're absolutely right about that.
I think the Predalien has an advantage in speed, but the problem is, I agree with you. I think the Terminator has the bigger advantage because even if the Predalien spears him with his tail, that's not going to do anything to him.
Break that tail.
I don't think it'll break it, because even so, it's cyber. It's still
Oh no,
flesh.
it's gonna fuck that T-800 up.
No, I don't even think it'll fuck it up because
No, it's gonna break the tail. It's gonna fuck it up.
I don't think so. I don't now. Like man, it's so hard to say because if he like the tail won't hurt the Terminator because it's a robot. It won't hurt it. It won't even disable it enough.
That's why I said it's gonna fuck it up. It's not gonna hurt it, but
I think it'll take a nice good chunk of flesh out.
It might scorch some wires and shit like that.
I don't think so, but that's assuming the tail breaks off in it. If the tail goes, remember now. No, I don't think so because
you remember though the tail of a Xeno is organic and it's hitting metal.
But no, remember now we're assuming it's going to hit metal because it may not hit the skeleton. It may just go through the flesh itself,
dude.
Because remember, it's just a metal skeleton.
All of the Xeno scenes, when they hit a body with the tail, they're going for the sternum. They're going for something that cracks bone, and they're gonna go for something that destroys the most important muscle, the most. And
that's fair enough. I can agree with that.
They're going for the heart.
Right. I can agree with.
The Predalien did the same exact thing with the wolf predator.
That's true. Yeah, went straight through the strike.
He went straight in.
But see, the problem is like for the Predalien is the fact that that's not going to completely disable.
Actually, when it comes to that, dude, he's going to hit the nuclear core of the T-800.
I don't think so because remember he's got blasted before. Remember because they blew up his entire lower half and put a bomb in it, and even then that didn't actually disable the Terminator.
I mean, if you break the tail, it's going to bleed.
And that's true, but that's assuming it breaks off. Well, yeah, because that acid for blood. I think only thing it'll do is maybe dissolve the flesh. Because I don't know.
Yeah, we don't. I'm not really sure.
It's hard to say that because
I'm not sure the metal that they're using with the T-800 endoskeleton.
Now remember, it's still Earth-based metal. It's still an Earth-based metal. So we know that
dude, Earth-based metal is awesome.
No, I agree, but we've seen every Earth-based metal that acid dissolves.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
No, we haven't.
Because remember, let me say why. Because remember, even in the Alien and Aliens movie, these were in the future, and even then, when that blood hit any metal that it touched, it dissolved it right away.
We never saw it hit titanium.
What do you think? That ship was the Nostromos that had to have been made of some of the strongest metal to be able to survive in space.
It's not the strongest metal. It's most
durable. Yeah. But even so, heat absorbent is different from acid because remember, acid isn't heat based. It's just a dissolving agent. It's not heat. So that's not going to play a factor into that. The acid is going to dissolve whatever it touches. We've not, because the reason why I say
that's not the truth though.
Yeah, because the reason why I say that, we've not seen anything that the acid has hit that it is not dissolved. Nothing that it has touched except for the Predator weapons. That's the only thing we've seen.
The Xeno skin.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying as far as metals, the only metal we've not seen the Predator, the Xenomorph blood dissolve was weapons based on Predator technology.
Or Xeno
skin, right? But anything Earth-based, it is dissolved it every single time. That's the problem. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I still think the T-800 has the advantage in this match because it is stronger. There's no an android or a robot is going to be stronger than any organic matter or any organic organism than. In my opinion, a cyborg or a robot is going to be stronger than any organic organism that we can think of.
But we also, this one's.
Nah, I say.
This one's hard.
And I love the Predalien. As a character, I think I still think the T-800 has the advantage because no matter what, the Predalien is going to have to completely dissolve the chip or the skull to even get to even dissolve the chip. And only way to do that.
Does he have that strength?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have where like in Alien Resurrection where they spit the acid. He doesn't have that in that movie.
I'm saying, does he have the strength to crush the skull?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he has the strength for that.
So who's your pick?
Oh, so you ready to go for the picks?
Yeah,
are you making your pick?
Honestly, I'm out.
Oh. All right, so everybody.
I don't think I can argue anymore.
All right, everybody. So we're going to our Cracker.
I'm sorry, I
Debate.
can't debate no more.
Right. So everybody, we're going to the Cracker Hunters picks of the week. My pick for this week is going to be the T-800. Like it's as I'm talking and I was going over the things, I realized, you know what, the T-800 has too many advantages as far as not being
well, we also got to think too, weapons.
Yeah, weapons. Well, the Predalien doesn't. I'm not even going to count the weapons that it has. But you know why? Because it was able to match against the weapons that the Yaoju have. So any Earth-based weapons are not going to be an advantage because remember in the first.
It's not. That's another thing too.
But remember now, in the second Aliens, we see Vasquez shooting that pistol and it's just bouncing off. The only thing that could remember now, we saw that it was the bullets were bouncing off the shell, so we know the shell is actually pretty hard enough to stop bullets from penetrating it.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I mean, you're talking about Xeno skin. Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure a 7.62 millimeter is gonna go right through.
No, yeah, because we see like the weapons that the Marines have, far as the smart guns and stuff.
Oh.
Now those penetrated,
but
it's
that's 5.56 rounds.
5.56 with explosive tips. Damn, I swear we know those movies so damn. I swear.
Fucking.
But like I said, but it's gonna take weapons like that. Even then, it's still dangerous because the Xenos can dodge and move. But I don't think that's an advantage because remember the T-800. It's a robot, so its tracking is on point. Like it's not gonna.
That's another thing.
It's not gonna miss.
Skynet has that shit on data.
Right.
And in the comic books, and even in the movies, dude, it's there.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's all canon.
So the thing is that even though the Xenomorph is able to maneuver walls,
the T-800 got this shit.
Yeah, it's still able to track its enemies and still be, shots.
Because we see you asshole kind of thing.
Because remember, like in the second movie with the T-800, we see him be pinpointed enough.
He beat a fucking T-1000.
Not even just that. When we see when they're going to destroy the chip and the arm, he's accurate enough with that minigun and his rocket and his grenade launchers not to kill a single human while he's blowing up cars and shooting the ground. So he is accurate with that targeting system.
Zero casualties.
Exactly. And he's unloading on a minigun and a grenade launcher, but he still was accurate enough. Yeah, I know. So my pick this week is the T-800.
I'm glad I changed your mind.
You changed your mind. I was gonna go with him anyway.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I probably wasn't. Yeah, but like I said, as we were discussing it, I'm like, you know what? There's really not many advantages the Predalien has that the T-800 can't overcome. So who's your pick?
It's the T-800.
All right. So T-800, everybody. So that's our picks for the week this week.
My question is, what picture are you gonna use?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
It better be a fucking good one.
It will be.
It'll piss me off.
It'll be a good one. But everybody, so you got our picks for this week. T-800.
Over the Predalien.
Over the Predalien. So let us know in the comment section who you think is going to win this matchup for the week.
You know who I think should be in this Tournament of Terror?
Who's that?
Robocop.
Well, he's not a horror guy. I understand where you're coming from, but he's not horror.
He's scary.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway.
But yeah, so
the T-800 is scary. T-800, T-600, T-1000, dude, they're
all the Terminators
scary as fuck. My wife was talking to me. She was like, "Oh, Murky," which we've all seen on our channel. She said, "You know what was the scariest thing that I've ever seen in cinema? We went and saw Terminator Salvation."
I hate that movie.
Well, anyway. You know the scene where Christian Bale's like, at the very beginning of the movie when he crashed the helicopter, and then the fucking T-600 was crawling with no legs?
No legs.
She said that was honestly the scariest thing she ever seen in cinema.
because that it shows that no matter what, that's dedication to
Murder.
terminating,
To destroy you.
Yes.
To kill you.
Exactly.
You are going to die.
And that's why I think the T-800's got this match. All right, everybody.
I'm so glad you agreed with me on this one.
Exactly. So everybody, so you got our picks for the week. Let us know in the comment section who you think is going to win this matchup. But we appreciate you joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get notified of our future videos. But join us next time on our Tournament of Terror. We'll see y'all next time. Thank you for joining Cracker Hunters. Peace.